Okay, so last time I swore I wouldn't do any more soy milk, but the withdrawal is just too much, so I'm just gonna have to do one more hit. Okay, here goes.
Much better. So in my last video, I basically accused feminism of being evil. That's not exactly what I meant to say. What I meant to say was it's harmful. Because how can a religion or an ideology really be evil? It can't. Only people can be evil. So, I take it back. But, I do think that feminism is harmful. And the reason I think it's harmful is because all lies, all dishonesty, all bad ideas are harmful. End of story. But the argument could be made that feminism does some good things as well. And of course it can. Elmo asked me if I think that feminists are evil for trying to stop rape, child marriages, and to send girls in the Middle East to school. And my answer is no. But there's more to my answer than that, obviously. The short answer is no. First of all, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Now, I don't believe in hell myself, but I think that statement, there's a lot of truth in that statement. They say that you're crazy if you try to solve the same problem with the same solution over and over again, if it didn't work the first time. After you've learned that it's ineffective, it doesn't matter what you claim your intentions are. That excuse starts to wear thin after a while. But let's say you really want to stop a problem like rape. The first thing that you need is a good theory to explain what the causes are, what the factors are. And if you're using a religion, or using basically inaccurate assumptions and bad theories in order to come up with a solution, then you're not gonna be able to solve that problem. You might even make the problem worse. Not only that, there has to be a cost-benefit analysis. Some feminists will argue that, anything less than 100%, or zero rapes, anything less than that is a failure. And that this is actually a realistic target to aim for. But suppose you apply that cost-benefit analysis, and you actually know what factors are involved, and you figure out that the only way is to, lock up every man in prison, and voila, rape has become reduced to zero. Or let's say that you decide, to just kill every man when they're, as soon as they're born. Oh, look, rape is zero. When you do the cost-benefit analysis, would you say that's appropriate? The ideal society is not the society that has zero accidents or zero crime. Anyone who tells you that the ideal society has zero crime, zero accidents, is trying to manipulate you. And I can tell you that with very close to 100% confidence. As for child marriages, if feminists are making a difference in these remote locations, a positive difference, then I think they would not be using feminist ideology to do that. They would be using, common sense. Because feminist ideology is so impoverished, it's so separate from the real world, it's really not useful. I used to call myself a feminist, as well as calling myself an MRA. But I realized that calling myself a feminist just made things too confusing for most people. So I dropped the term. I think that for now, the term men's rights activist makes the most sense because most people have never heard of a men's rights activist. And when they hear it, a light bulb goes off quite often. Men's rights activist? Oh yeah. Men don't have any rights, do they? So what about sending girls to school? I know there's a charity in Canada called Because I'm a Girl. They claim that when you help a girl, she pulls her whole community out of poverty. But if you help a boy, he'll just waste whatever you give to him, whatever education or help you offer to him. He'll just throw it away because boys are selfish. And they really believe this stuff. There really is no excuse. There's no reason to offer it to just one sex unless you have a special ideology to justify doing that. Feminists can do good things, just like Christians or any religious group can do good things. There's lots of charity work that takes place in the name of various religions, but the charity work doesn't benefit from being undertaken by a religious group. It is better just to do it for the sake of altruism, and not to do it for the sake of proselytization, for the sake of missionary work, to convert people, and to just spread your bad ideas all over the place. And what can I say? I'm an idealist.